Warrior poses 1, 2, and 3 are all synonymous with the Manipura Chakra. To get into Warrior 1, step one leg back and heel toe your front leg so that way you're not quite on a tightrope. Make sure that your heels are in line with your pelvis and feel a subtle lift of your pelvic floor. The back heel is anchored down and you're pressing into the baby toes. Next, reach the arms, biceps long by the ears, and fingertips up to the sky. For some of us, it helps to feel a little bit more spacious in the shoulders by bringing the arms a little wider. Others may interlace the fingers and point the pointer finger up towards the ceiling or sky. For Warrior 2, place your hands onto your pelvis and notice if your back hip is up. Draw the back hip down and roll your front thigh towards the outside of your pinky toe. Make sure that your knee and ankle are in line with each other. And then peek down, noticing if the front heel is bisecting the back foot. Bring your hands towards your shoulders, and without turning your head, see if you can see your elbows in your peripheral vision. From here, extend the arms out and simply turn your head to gaze out over the middle finger of the front hand. For Warrior 3, keep a little bend in your knees as you tip your pelvis slightly forward. It helps to bring your hands to your blocks and place the blocks directly underneath your shoulders. You can shift your weight over to one leg and kick your back heel directly behind you. Point your toes down and see if you can draw your palms towards your heart, alongside your hips, or maybe even alongside your ears. We can also stoke the fire by taking reverse table, known as 𝗔𝗿𝘁𝘀𝘁𝘀, sliding the hands back, lifting the hips up, and feeling a subtle lift of the pelvic floor. Be mindful not to drop your head back and keep your drishti slightly in front of you. From here, you can shift into reverse plank by bringing your feet onto the mat and make sure that the heels and the sole of the foot are pressing down. Lift the eyes towards the ceiling and feel that subtle lift of your pelvic floor. Another great way to stoke the fire is by taking boat pose. Keep your feet on the floor and bring your arms alongside your hips. You can lean back without dropping into the low back. From here, you can bring one leg up, either flexing or pointing your feet, and see if you can bring the other leg up. You might bring the arms up alongside your ears. To stoke the fire even more, you can take peace sign fingers, yogic toe lock, and extend the heels in front of you. Twists also allow us to stoke the fire. And we can take a twist by extending the legs in front of us, coming into Dandasana. Let's draw one leg over to the opposite side and anchor the big toe mound down onto the ground. Hug your leg close towards you and feel an elongation of your spine. You'll take your right hand behind you for Ardha Matseyandrasana and take that left arm long by the ear. Option to keep this left leg extended, or you can tuck it underneath, but make sure you're not sitting on the heel. Take a gentle twist over to the right side and place that left arm outside of the right thigh. Grow long on the spine here, wrapping the ribs around the axis of the spine. Depending on your practice and your level, you may thread the arms through, taking a bind for a little bit more of an advanced option. And of course, you can feel free to use a strap. Take a counter pose over to the opposite side. Some standing twists to stoke the fire include twisted chair. Reaching your seat back, you can bring the arms shoulder height or towards your heart center. Lift your heart and take a little twist over to one side. Few options for you. You can hook your elbow outside of your thigh and keep drawing the hips back. Press your thumbs to the middle of your heart and lengthen your spine. Peek down at your knees to make sure that you're not jutting one leg out or one knee further than the other. You can take this into twisted lunge by lifting the front heel of your left leg up and stepping back. That's a little bit more of an advanced transition, so let's break that down for a twisted lunge coming from the floor. We'll start in a low runner's lunge with the knee down to the earth. Untuck your toes and bring the arms up by the ears. Feel a lift of the pelvic floor and draw the hands down the midline of the body. Take a twist over to the left side and see if you can place your right elbow on top of your left thigh, pressing the top hand down and drawing the thumbs towards the heart. If this feels good for your body, you might slide that right elbow outside of your thigh, tucking your back toes, and once you feel steady, you can lift the back knee up. See if you can gaze up at the ceiling without losing your balance and still stoke that inner fire.